Hi, I'm Toni Grates, and I'm the founding director of the Traveling Stage. I started the Traveling Stage 20 years ago to support the arts curriculum in schools. We work with JK all the way to grade 12, enriching what's being learned in the classroom. And I'd always wanted to be a classroom teacher, but I didn't necessarily want to commit to what a classroom teacher commits to because I knew that I wouldn't be able to also be a performer. So I started the Traveling Stage because it was my way of still working with students, but also still being a performer. That being that I would travel around from school to school and bring arts education with me. And then over time, I was able to grow to so many schools and classrooms that I was able to bring on other artists. And today we have 75 artists that I'm able to employ across 36 school boards. I've always felt like there's just not enough arts in the schools. It's one of the first things to get cut. There's limited funding, and so I really spend a lot of my time and a lot of my career advocating for arts education because I believe it's essential for a child, a student, for self-expression, for problem solving, for creativity, for communicating with others, for supporting others, for empathy, for understanding. I just think it's a great vehicle for everything else you could possibly do in the world. What makes my business unique is that we are a team of artists, of professional working actors, writers, choreographers, directors, who also have a real passion for arts education. And so when we go into a classroom, we're bringing life experience, but we're also bringing a lot of passion and creativity. And I really believe that we go into the classroom, we fill the kids up with as much, inspiration and motivation as we can, and then we go. And hopefully we leave them with something really special that they can build on. Since I was a young child, I've been entrepreneurial. I've just always wanted to create my own work. But it's not easy, and having been in business for 20 years, I've had 2 children during that time. I've had to pivot many times. I work with the schools, so there's been strikes or there's been lack of funding. But I've just sort of always chosen to be ready for anything. If we can't get in the schools, we go virtual. If there's no funding, I've created partnerships with places where there is funding and connected the two. I think when you're in business for yourself, growing pains are very real. Going to bed and maybe not, hitting the target you wanted to is very real, but you just have to make it work and believe that, it's going to work, and have a plan B and a plan C and a plan D and just keep moving because, I have this sort of expression like, say yes and then figure it out. And that's really something that I've grown my company on. Like somebody might call and say, hey, do you have this? And I'll say, yes, when do you need it? And then I figure it out. I would recommend the BACD because it's really important to not just have an idea, but you also need a plan. You need to have the tools, and you need to have some kind of a map. And at the BACD, you can go to webinars, you can go to workshops, you can get one-on-one help. They're very generous with their resources and with their knowledge, and they will help you create a plan. So whether you want to start a business or you want to take your business to the next level, it's really important to have a support team and to be accountable to somebody. I discovered the BACD about 5 years ago, and at this time I wanted to scale the business. And I just needed a couple trusted people that I could talk things through with, and it's been really great. I've had a lot of great advice given to me there. I've had support. I've had people reach out to me and check in on me, and it's kept me accountable, and it's also it's been a great community for me to have other like-minded people in the area, and I really do appreciate that. I've really gained a lot from that. They really know their stuff, and it's just nice to have someone to depend on, that you can trust.